Uyku kaçınca E2.
Hazel, what are we doing?
Making sure we're not late for assembly.
But it's 5:30 in the morning.
I know.
And you're always late for assembly.
Well, the old Hazel was always late for assembly. Whereas the new Hazel is always on time and is neither stubborn nor argumentative. The new Hazel is rather dull.
Right. So what happened?
Miss Sinclair told me I had 37 demerit points and she can expel me if I get 40. So I have to be quiet and well-behaved from now on. Which is possible, and I can do it as it makes me feel neither angry or irritated or stubborn at all. I did not just do that.
It is the way he uses such unpretentious language and also pulls you so completely into the story.
Seeing as you got on so well with your first Hemingway, how about we try Farewell to Arms next?
Oh, yes, please. Anything else by such a modern writer would be amazing.
A modern writer? You can be pretty strange, Sophie. But your enthusiasm's great.
Is this the book club?
Yes.
It's not exactly oversubscribed, is it?
Well, I'm afraid, Headmaster, that Sophie's the only pupil interested in joining.
But I love it. It is wonderful. We discuss books.
Well, Mrs. Miller, I have some new recruits for you.
Oh.
These pupils are all behind on their literacy, so I told them they have to join. A little more reading and a little less music video TV is the answer.
Is music video TV the channel where the girls perform very strange dance moves, which include hip gyrating?
That's the one. But not for these pupils anymore. Well, Mrs. Miller, I'll leave them in your capable hands.
Oh, you'll love this club. I'm sure of it. We will have so much fun discussing literature.
This after-school project will be an exciting and rewarding activity. You will be involved in establishing our very own hydraulic water pump.
Yet water is not exciting. Chocolate milkshakes are exciting. May we do a project on chocolate milkshakes instead?
This pump will need to be large enough to generate water for the whole of the school's 10-acre site.
Not exactly fascinating.
Hazel, think carefully. 3 demerits away from expulsion, remember?
Sorry, I meant to say, goodness, water, how incredibly fascinating.
I'm glad you feel that way, because we will be starting as soon as possible. First, we're going to knock down this peppercorn tree to make room for the water pump.
What did you say?
I said we are going to knock down this peppercorn tree.
But you cannot.
I think you'll find we can. And we will. Besides, you're hardly in a position to argue, are you?
Yes, Miss Sinclair.
Hazel, what is wrong?
Miss Finn, and I cannot but stupid water.
Well, I do not understand. She said Miss Sinclair is going to chop down the peppercorn tree and Hazel cannot argue with her in case she is expelled, and then she said, stupid water. Your peppercorn tree? The one you planted with Mother?
The day before we...
The day before we died.
Stupid water.
I still do not understand the part about stupid water.
She wants to build a hypnotic water pump, so she's knocking down my tree for her hypno water. And
Oh, do not worry. We will think of something.
we must. Planting the tree was the last thing Mother and I did together.
So, Sophie and I have been discussing Hemingway. Has anyone else here read The Old Man and the Sea? I thought not.
Mrs. Miller. Yes. So, instead of reading the books, couldn't we just, watch the DVDs?
Well, that's hardly the same, Christine.
But most films are based on books, aren't they?
Not all.
And, can you all be a little bit quieter? I'm trying to read a magazine here.
Miss Miller?
Yes.
What do you reckon?
I reckon that the point is to read.
But I have so many DVDs and hardly any books.
Well, I'm sure we can provide you with books, Christine.
So we'll just pick one that's based on a film.
Mrs. Miller, could you...
Make them focus. This isn't a lesson, Sophie. It's a book club. It's for fun.
It's not fun anymore.
Hey. Sorry, didn't mean to frighten you. Are you okay? I'm just upset about this tree. Okay. But how come? The reason is that I love all trees, and though I may have never mentioned it, trees are my favourite things. So you like an environmentalist? No. I mean, indeed. Yes, I am. Well, that's how. I mean, do environmental people usually get their way? Sometimes. I mean, they're pretty big on saving trees. Then I'm an environmental, and I have to save this tree. Yet, somehow I have to do this without getting expelled. You could start a campaign. I don't think teachers can give demerits for campaigns. Not if it's for a good cause. You truly think so? Pretty much. Then I shall do that then. I shall start a campaign. You are beyond compare, Matty. I'm an environmental. It's actually environmentalist. Jonathan, is there anything you can tell me about environmentals?
I would, if I knew what an environmental was.
People who save trees with campaigns.
They normally wear sandals.
Wear sandals. Oh. What else?
Sometimes they have dreadlocks too.
Oh. I crashed. Again.
Hazel, you can't just make it go off every time you lose.
Oh. So, what are dreadlocks?
Dreadlocks are like big, matted bits of hair.
Oh. Is there anything else you can tell me?
I usually play a lot of acoustic guitar, mainly issue-based folk songs.
Jonathan, you're beyond compare. I'm an environmental.
I think you mean an environmentalist.
Goodness. What on earth are you doing?
I'm making her look like an environmentalist. This is how they wear it.
Well, it looks awful. One of you needs to bathe.
Well, that is me. I cannot bathe anymore. It would be a betrayal to my cause.
Now I am truly confused.
Well, I remembered reading somewhere that environmentalists do not believe in wasting water. So there will be no more bathing for me. Also, I am learning the guitar in order to perform some issue-based folk songs. So where have you been?
Goodness. What are those? They look terrible.
I do not care what they look like. I am doing this because I care about something. What do you care about, Rebecca?
Looking pretty. And the importance of a good manicure. So, I care about literature. Hazel is trying to save her tree, and you care about the importance of a good manicure. I care about other things also, such as boys. There must be something else.
You should be cut down Friday 15th. Tomorrow? Well, I must start my campaign right away. Save my tree, but especially the peppercorn tree.
Hazel? How come you look like a Woodstock throwback?
Well, I am an environmentalist now.
Right.
Will you sign my petition to save the peppercorn tree?
No.
Why would we care? Headmaster, there must be some other way to improve their literacy.
Oh, but surely the best way to improve literacy is for them to read more.
But they are not reading. I had found a place where I could simply...
Be yourself? That's the answer. Be yourself. Explain to them why literature means so much to you.
Really?
Yes, really.
How did it go? Hopefully you will have better luck than me.
Save the tree, save the planet, but don't warm the globe. Save the tree and all other issues, etc. But especially save the tree, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, here are my petitions in support of my campaign.
But there's only one signature on it. Yours 100 times.
Indeed. That simply shows how strongly I feel about it.
So now you care about this tree because you are an environmentalist.
That is right. Oh, please also note my hair and sandals.
You know, there's always one of you Ainsworth girls in here asking for something. The thing is, Hazel, that hydraulic water pump is good for the environment.
In what way is hypnotic water good for anything?
It's hydraulic. Never mind. Water restrictions are increasing, and therefore it is very important that we produce our own water and the school becomes self-reliant.
Stupid hair. Is anyone looking?
If they are, then it is due to your appalling level of hygiene.
Is this better?
I have found myself a cause to truly care about. Animal rights. I love animals. Especially kittens. Kittens are adorable. I'm an animal writer. If it is cruel to animals, then I am against it. But, Rebecca, you were eating a cheeseburger.
You were eating meat.
But I love cheeseburgers. All the same. You were right. Of course. I shall eat no more cheeseburgers. Never again will I devour the cruel but very tasty, utterly delicious. I'll find another cause to care about. Cheeseburgers are simply too good.
Matty, could you offer me some advice? There's a problem with my campaign. Sure, I'll help if I can. I found out yesterday that hypno water object is also good for the environment.
Yeah, that's true.
There's so little time. I truly love that tree.
Hazel, what makes this tree so important?
It's just that it reminds me of a tree that my mother once planted.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, maybe if you could get some more pupils involved. If you could get enough people on your side, you could even form a human barricade around the tree. You know, show headmaster the school cares more about the tree.
Except they do not. They do not seem to care at all.
Sophie has been asked by Headmaster Griffiths to talk to you today about why she loves to read.
Whoop-de-doo!
I have written down a few things that may make you feel more like reading.
School, new friends.
For example, reading a passage from a well-respected novel can be a very good way to impress a potential suitor. Potential what? I know some boys may be shocked if you do something inappropriate, so stay away from the controversial yet marvellous Lord Byron. Do something gentle, or like a William Wordsworth poem.
Wait, are you honestly suggesting we try to get a guy's attention by reading him poetry?
Of course. And reading aloud can be a wonderful party trick. Say, for example, you're not musical, yet you've been asked to perform at a social gathering. Well, a literary recital is just perfect.
Can we watch the film now?
Just one more thing. A book can take you anywhere, literally anywhere, and if you're stuck somewhere for a terribly long time, then reading can make you feel as though you have travelled the entire world.
Or if you're a normal person, you can just take a plane. Okay, play.
Oh, again. Too pretty.
Rebecca, what exactly are you doing?
Oh, well, I am giving to the needy. You see, I'm going to give all the clothes that I no longer need to the poor people well, I don't know, wherever it is they need them, because I care about the poor.
Yet the only thing you have in here is one shoe.
Well, yes, as it turns out, there are very few clothes that I no longer need.
Rebecca, you have a whole wardrobe of clothes you no longer need. They are all 150 years out of date.
Oh, this is so difficult. I cannot find a cause I genuinely care about.
Oh, do not worry, you will find something. Perhaps you just need a little help to truly care. Sophie, that is it. They just need a little help to truly care. A little nudge, that is it. Come, quickly, I know what to do. I think we can save our tree. Save my tree or you will be haunted. Save the peppercorn tree. You must save it. Save the peppercorn tree. What now?
Well, clearly you're going to have to find a different approach to your problems.
Easy for you to say. It's not you that has to do it.
So, there I was, hanging with my ghost homies, when all of a sudden my bleeper goes off saying that you have been misusing your abilities. So now, you need to come with me.
How have I been misusing my abilities?
Because you are not supposed to use your powers to influence other people. Hasn't anyone ever told you that?
No.
Oh, yes. Right, that must have slipped my mind. Whoopsie-daisy. I'm sure it was on my to-do list. But you should have known anyway. So, to my office. Now. Come on! Skedaddle. Pretend that I don't have eternity.
I'm sorry, Agatha, but I did not know.
She makes an interesting point. After all, what is knowledge, you know? What does it truly mean to know anything?
She should know right from wrong.
Ah, but what is right and what is wrong? Who is the arbiter of our moral compass? Is it the inner self or society's constraints?
Surface, will you please shut up?
Sorry, Agatha.
Think about it. Is it really okay to scare people into doing what you want?
Of course not. I just did not know what else to do. Please, Agatha, will you help me?
I'm sorry, not this time. You know how the Ghost Council are. I'm waiting for them to text me. Have to see what they decide about this whole situation.
I thought you may like some company.
Where is Rebecca? Another makeup crisis, perhaps?
Again, I do not know. She hurried off saying she had something terribly important to do. What will you do?
Well, I wanted to form a barricade, but there is just me, and a barricade of one isn't very barricading.
A barricade of two may be slightly better.
Really? You would come?
And I'm sure Rebecca will come too, and Matty and Jonathan. It may just work.
And even if it doesn't, we have to try.
There's something I must try too.
Oh.
Go along. Mrs. Miller, I've been thinking and I've decided that I'm going to start my own book club. I realise I may well be the only member, but...
Oh, I understand, Sophie. And, you know, if you ever just want to have a chat with me about books, you can always just stay after class.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, that's very sweet. But, you're kind of cold.
I'm too nervous to eat. As am I. We should simply head to the tree. But Rebecca's not here. Perhaps she will come later.
This actually isn't a bad barricade. I mean, if they decide to chop the tree down, we're done for, but...
This will be worth it.
Yes.
Yeah, mate, you just get started on this bit.
Easy for you to say.
Oh, it's high wind.
Hazel Ainsworth, you are 3 demerits away from expulsion. I think you should untie yourself immediately, don't you?
You can't give her demerits for fighting for a good cause. She is standing up for what she believes in.
Explain to me exactly why you think this tree is more important than the hydraulic water pump.
We and my mother...
What about your mother?
Nothing.
Well, seeing as that was such an unconvincing argument, I think we're back to where we started. Hazel, this is your final warning. If you do not untie yourself in the next 60 seconds, I will pull you away by force and expel you. For your own safety, of course.
Hazel, I think you should do what Miss Sinclair asks.
How is it going?
Well, aside from the fact that I'm about to be expelled, I would say it's going really well.
Do not worry. I can help. Miss Sinclair, did you know that this tree is protected by a covenant on the school's leasehold? In fact, the document the headmaster is reading now explains that if you were to cut down this tree, then the school would be legally obliged to leave the school property immediately.
Tell me she's talking rubbish.
Oh, no, she's absolutely correct. We would have been evicted, but Queen Victoria has saved our skins. That was close. Good work, Rebecca. Well done.
Oh, my tree is safe.
Rebecca, is something the matter? Oh, you have been very quiet since it all happened. Well, I am so pleased Hazel's tree is safe. It's just I still cannot find a cause to care about. Rebecca, how long did you spend searching through old documents in the library to find that covenant? I have been searching for the last few days. The idea came to me when Hazel first heard the news, yet I did not want to mention it and get her hopes up in case I was unsuccessful. The covenant and the lease. It was written by Mother to protect the tree the two of you planted. Rebecca, I think it is perfectly obvious what cause you care about. Well, it is?
Yes, you care about us.
You're right. I do not need another cause. I care about you. And born. And looking pretty, of course.
So, the Ghost Council finally texted and emailed and sent smoke signals. They do get a bit carried away sometimes. They are not impressed, and they feel that some form of punishment is essential. However, they, liked your issues-based folk song. They felt that the way you blended some Bob Dylan with some Beatles was, inspired. I disagree, but, there you go. So, for your punishment, they would like you to write them a song.
Oh, thank you, Agatha. Oh, thank goodness. What are you doing here?
Actually, I'm here for my new book club.
Oh, welcome. I thought we could start with some Plato.
Oh, well, I thought Kerouac.
No, let's start with Beowulf.
I'm a fast reader. We may start with all of them.